What is this crossbow you got there?
That's
And your
not a
tits are
recon, bro.
massive. Oh my god.
Welcome back to the Brykks shithouse. Today I want to talk about Warzone. I want to talk about solos in particular, and maybe to a lesser extent duos. You know, I get asked all the time by the tens of fans that I have. They say, "Hey Brykks, what is the meta gun? The girls don't talk to me at school. How can I get single digit total kill counts like you every game?" And I say to this every time they ask me, I say, the meta is not some physical object that you can hold, you know, it's not a Grau, it's not an Origin 12 shotgun, it's a mindset. And when it comes to solos, this mindset is very easy to understand. The meta is, hey, I'm just gonna find the nearest building I can and sit on my own baloney pony for the next 5 to 10 minutes until I hear some suspicious sounds. Meanwhile, you got B-Fraud Maximus over here who's got 15 kills to his name. He's running around, his kahoonies are massive, they're just slapping the ground like that behind him. All of a sudden you hear that sound, and like Pavlov's dog, you start salivating at the mouth. And B-Fraud is about to find out that his 40 kill game is about to come to an abrupt end because you are the more tactical player. We've got Exhibit A here. We got a couple people sitting by the buy station, all tucked into their bunker. Unfortunately for them, they didn't have ghosts, so they showed up on my bitch beat sensor. It's the type of thought process you can expect from these type of players. And you know, I don't want to make fun of these guys. You know, I don't know their situation, I don't know their story, their background, where they come from. They can play this game how they want, but I just cannot sit still in Warzone. I just can't do it. I come from the rockin' sockin' world of Call of Duty multiplayer. I need to be on the fly, off the cuff. I've got needs that I need to satisfy. I cannot just sit and wait and see life pass by me. I've got to take it by the horns and just shit on kids, you know? If only there was a way I could play Warzone like I do multiplayer. Shit on kids, shit on kids, shit on kids, shit on kids, shit on kids. Oh, fuck me. Shit on kids, shit on kids, shit on kids. Introducing the Riot Shield. Most Riot Shields are equipped with bulletproof glass. Ours, on the other hand, use a new shithouse technology where we crystallize the salty tears of the enemies we kill.
You're a goddamn faggot.
Along with that, we have 4 strategically placed, brightly colored nutsacks placed on the Riot Shield to distract and divert the enemy's attention into the ball sacks. Finally, once we've commanded our enemy's attention, we hit them with the 600,000 nanometer wavelength strobe light, effectively disorientating our enemy. Although I have not yet found the key binding for this maneuver. You see the Riot Shield on the fields of Verdansk. It requires a certain level of respect. It demands a certain level of discipline from the enemies you intend to strike down. Those who lack the courage to face the Riot Shield usually scurry away in fear. Here we can see a clip in which little Timmy pulls up in his fancy blue Hyundai. And as soon as he sees what I'm packing, he actually shits his pants and quickly gets back into his car, tail tucked in between his legs. Little did Timmy know this fight was already over as soon as I smelt that brown Betty emitting from his trousers. You see, the Riot Shield completely revolutionizes the way one can play Warzone solos. Normally running gung-ho into a commonly camped building such as this would be suicide, but having the shield on me allows me to quickly react to these corner campers, assess the situation, and deliver the necessary punishment. Perhaps a teabag to the chin will suffice. With this newly found not-so-exaggerated superpower I hold, I can get from point A to point B with absolutely no concern. Some rooftop sissy starts shooting at me, out comes the shield, full protection. I bet you didn't see that one coming there, Buster. With the Riot Shield, for all intents purposes, you effectively become the king of the castle. You get to decide who lives and who dies. After slapping around Vladimir here, he actually comes back from the gulag to challenge me again. Only this time, he truly learns who his daddy is. You see, for most of us mortals, there really is no point in fighting the Riot Shield. You are gonna lose every battle, 9 times out of 10, 60% of the time. It's just not gonna go in your favor. And I don't need to tell you the saying, if you can't beat 'em off. Just like me and Vladdy here, we blossomed a ripe friendship where he eventually offered up his anus and we made sweet, sweet love for 2 whole hours to the tune of Keep Feeling Fascination. So this is the loadout I've been using. Let's start with the Riot Shield for first, obviously. Now the beauty of the Riot Shield is we don't need to nitpick about which attachments are best because it has none. But it does have camos. Now if you want to play the game on a more difficult setting, a more thick skin setting, you can throw on one of the mastery camos that lets people know that you are a Riot Shield connoisseur. This typically makes people a little more angry when you kill them, so be expected to receive a few F-bombs, N-bombs, all types of bombs, as opposed to using a Riot Shield with no camo. People tend to be a little less forgiving when it appears that you have just begun to use the Riot Shield. You haven't become a black belt in smashing people's heads in. The secondary is not really important at all. You can just throw on whatever, basically because you're just going to replace it with a gun on the ground. Next we have the equipment, which is very important. I like to use the C4 for my lethal, just a nice traditional Warzone equipment. However, we're going to drop the heartbeat sensor because we can literally run wherever we want now. And we're going to use the stun grenade. And we're going to pair this with the restock in our tier 2 perk. This is going to regenerate our equipment. Make sure we always have stuns in C4. People don't really expect to get stunned in Warzone because everyone just carries the heartbeat sensor. So here we can see the stuns in action. Restock allows me to just have full stuns all the time and switch to a default MP7 I found on the ground. No need for a specialized secondary. For perk 1 we're using EOD to effectively turn you into a legit juggernaut. Who needs cold-blooded when you're just going to be running around the map being as aggressive as you possibly can? 1 C4, 2 C4, doesn't matter, I'll eat them all. I'm pretty hungry today. Nothing's going to stop me, I'm a man on a mission. Lastly, for our tier 3 perk, we're going to be using Amped. Lets us switch weapons faster. The utilization of Amped is basically how you're going to be getting the majority of your kills. People are going to shoot at you and they're going to panic. You're also going to have people who blow their load a little too early. They're going to start shooting at you with an SMG or an assault rifle, and then they're going to have to reload. And all you got to do is just wait for that magazine to be empty and they're trapped in no man's land. Switch to that secondary and finish the job. It's that easy. So we've got our loadout now, but let's talk strategy. I like to join a solos game, and I like to pinpoint a scavenger contract and land on it right off the bat. Now the scavenger is obviously an easy contract to complete. Get some loot for you, get some cash for you, some quick cash. It's also a shit show right off the start because you know a lot of other people are landing on it. It's a good strategy if you're going for high kill games. You get some early kills off the start. However, it is a little hectic. You can slow things down for yourself and land on a scavenger that's out of the way. One that's not going to be as densely populated. So hopefully you get a few kills. Hopefully you're doing your scavenger, collecting the boxes. Hopefully once it's all said and done, you'll reach the $10,000 threshold to go and buy yourself your own loadout drop. Call that bitch in hopefully before the free loadout drop drops, as we're going to find out why. Go ahead and grab your shield and become the beast that you know that you can be. And as you can see, I'm just switching out to my secondary for an MP7. Doesn't have to be anything special, this will do. And I just quickly want to mention, if you keep to the center of the map, which you should be doing, you're going to be playing aggressively. The free loadout drop that hits at the end of the first circle, it's going to land somewhere hopefully in the middle of that circle, which means that it's not going to get cut off by the gas anytime soon. So in the event that you do die and are sent to the gulag, if you win the gulag, I don't know if you will, they don't have riot shields there, it's pretty hard without one. You still have that loadout drop, that free loadout drop from the first circle that you can land on, get your loadout, and you're good to go just like that. It's like you never even died. But enough about semantics, enough about strategy, I want to talk about gameplay. Throughout the Warzone match, when I'm using the Riot Shield, all I do is I just bounty hunt. This pairs exceptionally well with the trophy system on a vehicle of some sorts. This is where the true fun factor comes in. The fact that you can just run around and get up in people's grills because you got the shield is an amazing feeling. It's literally like you're playing a mini game within the game because of just how aggressive you can be. Normally pulling up on a bounty, you just don't know where they're going to be. They could be camping in a window, camping upstairs, and they're always going to have the first shot on you, which is a risky game to play. But with the shield, I've said it many times, the shield just offers you this layer of invincibility where you don't have to be careful, you don't have to stake out the place. You just call the shots. You go in, you do the dirty work, and you get paid. It's as simple as that. This guy is like a goddamn chicken with his head cut off. He is pissing himself. He doesn't know what to do. Easy kill, easy 10k. Bounties give you like $1 million every time you do one. So with all that newfound wealth, just hit a buy station and buy some UAVs so you can track down even more people to kill. Hell, you're gonna be loaded after a couple of bounties, so buy 3 UAVs to pop up that Blackbird, that advanced UAV for real-time tracking. It really is just a beautiful thing. You know, you basically pick who lives and who dies. You just find these dots on the minimap, you show up, and as long as you play your cards right, easy kills. It's I don't care if it's cheap, it feels good. I don't care how I kill you. If I'm getting kills in Warzone, I'm rock hard, baby. That's all that matters. And hopefully after many bounty hunts and strategically placing your loadouts and doing all the stuff we talked about, you're gonna come close to the final circle here where the big boys shine. This is where your gameplay kind of switches up a little bit, as you're gonna hit a condensed area. It's probably gonna be out in the open, no buildings, and you're gonna have people on each side of you. So you kind of gotta play your cards right, but this will come natural the more you use the Riot Shield. But hopefully using these tips I have provided you today, hopefully you can find some success with the Riot Shield, because effective utilization of this weapon has completely changed the way I can play Warzone solos. I feel like I'm honestly playing a different game than everyone else in my match. I'm just able to play a game mode that is much more fun, much more fluid, much more lively. And of course it's just super satisfying to kill people with the Riot Shield, because, you know, it's the Riot Shield, for crying out loud. Who would have thought? Who would have thought this would be the new meta? It's a beautiful thing. There it is, 17 kill win. This thing ain't a joke. Hop on while you can, because what comes around is all around. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.